Deprecate the state. The state of mind that says we can't solve our own problems. Because something's off. It's not politician A, politician B, or any group. It's that thing in each of us that makes us unique. Our soul, our purpose, whatever you want to call it. Sucked into politics, the promise of one, a perfect way for everything and everyone. Problem is, people are different, and not everything is black and white, or red and blue in this case. One size fits all, winner take all systems get us fighting over our differences more than celebrating them. All for an outcome that no one is ever seemingly happy with. Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Dividing into teams, creating enemies out of friends, all over something that shouldn't be viewed as a bad thing. People seeing the world differently, having different perspectives. Now, when people see things differently, we do need a source of truth to resolve conflicts, so a monopoly was created. An experiment, necessary evil as the founders called it. Well, if the goal was to alleviate conflict, it doesn't appear to be working. One size doesn't fit all, and sacrificing our individual purpose in pursuit of money or power over others is a dead end, and leads to not being free, fulfilled, independent, happy, or, ironically, powerful, at least in my experience. In contrast, depending on all these external things we can't control, big this, big that, politics, for day-to-day survival is pretty stressful. So what if it's an illusion? What if we don't need the ring or the bigs to solve problems for us? What if we let them be and solved our own problems by putting our energy into things we can control and make a meaningful impact on? By building alternatives, making it easier for people to build more alternatives, and seeing what actually works. By reconsidering what our goals are. Chasing dollar signs at all costs means sacrificing our own values and ending up in the same place as everyone else. We don't need to take over the world to make an impact. We can take our energy and focus on building real solutions, not delegating and complaining to others about problems from the sidelines. Showing people a way versus telling people the way. Making a unique impact, not filling a seat somewhere in exchange for funny bucks. Everyone's got their thing. For us, it's deprecating big tech. Let's take a look into the future. Instead of being identified by Facebook, Google, or any of the bigs with identities they control, we can identify ourselves with keys we control. Instead of data living in silos controlled by abusive monopolies, we can host stuff on peer-to-peer networks with no more middlemen. Things like social networking, search, video on the internet won't be controlled by one corporation in the shadows. With closed source, walled gardens, oversight is nearly impossible, even for regulators. With open source, anyone can see the code, contribute, or even fork an alternative. That's what CKD is, an alternative to the closed proprietary web services most apps are built on today. Open web services for dApps. Peer-to-peer empowered by Darrow. No more lock-in, less reinventing the wheel, more code sharing, and channel APIs that are incredibly easy to use. We're starting with a service called M for supporting things you want more of. Think Patreon or GitHub sponsors, but open source, peer-to-peer, and without the percentages. Now, that sounds great, but different results require a different approach. You get what you give. So if you'd like more info on how to help out, check out ckd.dev. We've set up a Depper chat for anyone interested in deprecating things and or helping out with CKD. Anything helps, even sharing this video. So in conclusion, let's deprecate the state of mind.
And we had a point where Ceausescu issued orders and nobody listened to them. This is the great libertarian's dream, you know. that the guys on the top are who ordering and butchering millions of people, all of a sudden they issue orders and everybody says nuts to you. That's the we ain't listening no more.